That's how high tech we are. And then let me do one more thing. Spotlight that. Perfect. All right. We're rolling.
All right. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for having me on your call. I really appreciate it. And just as, you know, like you're prepping for this call, it gets me so excited because literally, I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I have grown my entire business 100% on social media. And so I do have a lot of friends that are coaches who do it the opposite way as me. And they do it face-to-face, which both ways are essentially helping people. So it's great. But they're always like, well, how are you growing your business so quickly? And I'm like, really, there's no difference between us whatsoever. It's not like I'm this rock star coach. It's because I'm utilizing social media. So I prepared a lot of stuff. So please bear with me that I'm a fast talker and that I have to kind of go quickly through this stuff because I have a lot of things that I want to share with you guys, okay? But before I get into that, I'm going to just share with you a little bit about my story. So for those of you who do not know, I have been a coach for about 5 years. And again, I'm basically in Canada. I'm in like this tiny little town in the UP of Michigan. And when I first got started, I was very insecure. I was very negative. I was broke as a joke. I was working like almost 50 hours a week as an office manager, and I am so not an organized person. So sitting at a desk, answering phones and filing papers was just not my dream job. So, and I was actually, my father owned an appliance store, and so I was the office manager for his store. So when I first started coaching, I wasn't even consistently working out. I've always been naturally thin. So I had a lot of doubts and a lot of concerns and a lot of insecurities joining this because I'm not a fitness professional. I didn't have business background. I didn't have this transformation story that I see so many awesome coaches having. So I was like, well, I could never be successful at this. The success in this business is only for those people who have those awesome before and afters, or the people that are in the videos, or whatever. Like, I made up so many excuses. This could take all night if I went through all the excuses that went through my head of why I'm not successful. But then I decided to change my mindset, get over all my doubts, and just start going for it. So I went to Janelle and I said, hey, look, I'm working almost 50 hours a week, and my son is starting to crawl, and he's walking, and he's doing all these things that I'm missing. All of Lane's firsts, I felt like I had to miss because he was not with me. I was at work. And I was getting home at 6 o'clock at night, and he went to bed at 8:30. I'm like, so is this really how life's supposed to be, that I get to see my kid 2 hours a day? Because it just not what I pictured my life to be, and definitely not my dream life. And so, so I went to my upline coach, just in case you guys don't know, my upline coach is Janelle, one of my really good friends. She's a rock star coach. And I went over to her and I said, okay, Janelle, tell me what I have to do, because literally I will flip and do it. I don't care what I have to do. I will do it. Trust me. And so she gave me this basic to-do list. It's basically the 3 vital behaviors, and a lot of the tips that I'm going to give you tonight. And I started doing that consistently. And my life completely changed when I started focusing on personal development, changing my mindset, and starting to believing in myself. I started a goal set for my first time ever in my life. And I started to just be very consistent with my business. And after a couple months, I was earning $100 to $200 a week. After about 6 months, it was like $500 to $600 a week. And after 1 year, I was making over $1,000 a week. And I was able to quit my full-time job, which my goal January 2010 was to go part-time so I could spend more time with Lane. And by the end of 2010, I was actually able to just quit my job, which just blew my mind. So why I share that with you is, obviously, I hope that you guys didn't get that vibe from me. I'm not trying to brag whatsoever, but why I want to share that with you, so you know that if you buckle down and do the basic to-dos consistently, and you believe in yourself, anything is possible. I'm nothing special. I'm from this small town. But what I did utilize is social media, because I am from a small town, and I was working almost 50 hours a week. So I had to essentially work my business at 8:30 at night after my son was sleeping. And I wouldn't have been able to do that face to face, but I was able to do that with social media. So that leads me into my call tonight, you guys, is obviously I'm going to go over social media, but just to break it down, you have to take notes on this. I'm sorry if you're not a note taker, but you have to, because I'm going to rattle off 10 tips on how to post on social media to get engagement and interaction in potential challengers and coaches. And then I'm going to give you like examples of do's and don'ts on social media. And then if I have time, I hope I do, I'm going to give you tips on meeting new people on social media, so expanding your network. Like I said, I'm a little bit crazy. I planned a lot of information for tonight because I can't just give you a little bit. I have to give it to you all. So let's go right into this call. Number one on social media, I want you guys to, and a lot of you guys I'm sure are already doing this, so if any of this stuff seems basic, just write it down to share with your coaches, because I know there's a lot of leaders on this call. So definitely if I'm saying anything that's too basic, just take notes to share with your new coaches. But show people who you are right when they find you. So what does that mean? So like, say I'm communicating with somebody in a like page and they're not my friend yet, but I want them to get to know who I really am. Okay, say they came to, okay, we're talking on this like page, and then they click my picture and they go to my profile page, and then all they see on my cover photo, on my picture, on my post is all beach body, beach body, beach body. They're going to be like, this girl's trying to sell me something, and she isn't trying to add value to my life. Okay, and that is our goal, is to add value to other people. That is our responsibility as coaches. It's not just like, this is what we should do, and if you want to follow it. It's like, if you're a coach, your responsibility is to add value to other people. And so when they come to your page, and even though you're just excited, and I know for me, when I used to do these things, I wasn't like posting beach body, beach body, beach body to be annoying. I was doing it because I was excited. I believe in this stuff. I want to just tell the world about this stuff. But when it comes to sales, it really matters when you start talking about this and how you are presenting yourself, because you are not Beachbody. You are you. You are branding yourself. What are your interests? Of course, some of your interests are fitness, and that's okay, but you don't want to be like just like a P90X banner and like all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so just be very you. And so some cover photos that I would like you to go check out, some great one, is Brandy Botts. I think you guys probably all know her because she's in the top 10 last year. She's one of the top coaches in the network. Brandy Botts, okay? And then obviously the top coach of the year in 2014, Melanie Mitro. She has a great cover photo. It's very natural. It's very family. It's very her. And it doesn't feel like I'm trying to sell you something. And a warning for any of you newbies that are on the call. I don't know if there's any new coaches on the call, but you're going to go to like Brandy Botts, Melanie, Lindsay Matway, all of these coaches, and maybe they're doing a little of things that are a little more, I don't know, risky, like putting a little more Beachbody into things and a little more coaching into things. And that's because they've earned that right. You know, they've been branding themselves for a good 3 to 5 years. So they have earned that right. People are following them because of that a lot of the times. So sometimes they'll post things that are a little more towards coaching. So just be aware of that. But somebody who does not do that is Janelle. She's very much just who she is. And another thing is about Brandy and Janelle, and I could go on and on. There's tons of people, but those two in particular, is when they post a status update or a picture, they are how they talk in real life is how they sound in their Facebook messages or in their Facebook status updates. You know what I'm saying? Like if Brandy says she has like mannerisms and certain things, that comes out in her Facebook page. So a lot of times when I meet somebody on Facebook and then I meet them face to face and they're like nothing like I don't even recognize them. They're nothing. They don't talk the same. It's kind of like they have to be better at branding who they are. But Brandy, if you follow her on social media, and then if you've ever met her face to face, you know it's the same person. because she talks the same, everything's the same. So brand you. You are not Beachbody, okay? And I'm probably going to say that multiple times on the call. So those are my first couple tips. Now I'm going to go into my top 10 posting tips, okay? So number 1, make your profile public. And so I know that, and there's other opinions on this. I personally keep my profile open just because I get a lot of people who come find me through my profile page or that have been friends of mine forever and whatever. Of course, my profile page is more personal than my like page. But with my profile page, I want to keep it public. I want to keep it alive. I want to be posting. I want to get interaction. So keep your profile page public. And if you are somebody who is new and you're a little nervous about that, you're not alone. Everyone feels nervous about that. And there is options and settings. So like if you were going to post a picture of your child, or let's just say I was going to post a picture of Lily and I didn't want anyone to see this. Like, why wouldn't I want somebody to see this face? Of course I want everyone to see this face. But if I didn't, there is a little option on the right-hand top corner where I could say only my family can see this, or only friends of mine can see this, or something like that, of course. So you can see the options and you can customize that and definitely keep certain things private if you wish, okay? And then also make sure you have your profile set up so everyone is able to subscribe to your page. Okay, you want to have people subscribing because in the future you're going to hit 5,000 friends and then people are going to come to your page and try to add you, and they can't add you because you can't have any more friends because there's a 5,000 friend max. And I know that seems like way far away, but it comes once you start applying these things, it comes faster than you think. And when that does come, you want people to be able to follow you. So doing that now is a good idea. So set that up so people can subscribe to your page. Number 2, post 2 to 3 times a day on social media. Okay, so if you're somebody who doesn't post ever on your Facebook, then I don't recommend this. I want you to go like 1 to 2 weeks where you're posting 1 time a day consistently. 1 time a day, 1 time a day, and then you work your way up to 2 times a day, and then sometimes 3 times a day. I don't think that you should update your status more than 3 times a day because then people might get annoyed, might unfollow you, or might unfriend you, and that's not what we want. So 2 to 3 times a day on average, and make sure, anyway for me, that you post at night. Like, I don't care what you have to do, if you're busy or whatever, do something so you can post so it's like going on live on your page, and especially your like page. And on your like page, if you have one, you can actually schedule that post to go up. But do it at nighttime at like 7, 8, 9, whatever your followers are most interactive. You have to kind of test that out because everyone's followers are different. But do that and make sure you're posting at night because you'll get so much more interaction on your page if you do that. Number 3, know your ideal target market. So when I first started, I was just like trying to please everybody. Like everything I posted was so like, I don't want to make this side mad and I don't want to make this side mad. Now I'm full out myself. And I know you guys, well, those who follow me kind of know that because I have like strong opinions about certain things. We won't get into what, but I will share those things. Of course, my intentions are always to like inspire, add value, those type of things. But I also am going to share how I'm into like natural healing and eating organic, and those type of things are just what my page is about. So actually, if you go to my page, it's facebook.com/Mindy Wender or facebook.com/Mindy Wender Fitness. But my cover photo it literally like lists, like this is what you're going to get. And if you don't like it, this might not be the page for you. I've learned that I have a target market. And I personally, when I go on trips, when I go on Beachbody trips, when I throw retreats, when I do these things, I want to be working with people who I like. And so being myself, branding who I am, and finding my ideal target market is like money for me to do that. Okay, because I don't want to be working with I don't want somebody to get the wrong impression of me either, especially that, because like if they think like I'm like going to be one of those coaches that are like calling them every single day, if that's what they need, I'm not the coach for them. because I'm not the type of upline coach that thinks that you need to like call somebody every single day and hold somebody's hand. No, I have endless amount of training. I have endless amount of support. I am there for you. I'm a great upline coach. But if you're more into a face-to-face or on-phone interaction on a daily basis, I'm not the coach for you. And I put that out there. I put that out there to my followers, so I'm attracting my ideal target market. So what I recommend you do, or what I did anyway, is I follow, what's her name? Katie Hefner is a good friend of mine. I don't know her blog. If you Google Katie Hefner target market, probably, or ideal customer, something like that, you will find the blog that I'm talking about where she shares with you how she created like her ideal target market. And it's so fun. It was so fun for me. I actually went through and I was like, okay, you like create your customer and you find a picture of that person, what that person would look like. And then you name that person and then you write all of these things about that person. Like what age range is it? You know, for me, this person is me 5 years ago, like somebody who's working a lot of overtime and they have children and they're, you know, they're struggling with some insecurities. They want to start working out, those type of things. Those are like, that's my ideal target. And like my person is named Penny. And so like Penny is my BFF. I created this imaginary person, got the picture of her, and Penny likes music. I like down to every single thing. Penny is my homegirl, and that's who I'm looking for. So I have this picture I made with the description and her picture and her name and everything that I have by my computer. So when I go to post or when I'm finding new people, I will look at Penny. And I'll be like, okay, this is who I'm trying to attract. This is what I need to post about. And you guys are all thinking I'm crazy. And you're like, she has an imaginary friend. But seriously, Penny is sweet. I'll have to introduce you guys sometime. So that's what I want you guys to do. Figure out the age range. Don't try to find the 18-year-old and 16-year-old. Like, don't do that. Find who you click with, what they're about, what are their interests, and start posting and trying to attract people who are like you, okay? Or who are like your ideal target market, which, by the way, your ideal target market is normally the person who has something in common with you, so they are a lot like you, okay? Number 4, run your page like a mini reality show. So what are you doing on a regular basis? And then remember who you're trying to target at the same time. But people want to see what you're doing. They want to see what you're about. Obviously, you don't want to just post like a pointless post like, hey, what is everyone doing tonight? Because, I mean, that's not adding value. Once in a while, you're going to have just random posts, but make them funny or make them you or add value. Like, what can you do that will get people all the time think, what can I do to inspire, add value, get people to comment, get people to like, get people to share, get interaction. That's your goal. You want interaction. Facebook is kind of like Google. The more comments, likes, and shares that you get, the more likely that you will end up on the newsfeed. Okay? So you will get higher up on the newsfeed, end up on more people's newsfeed, the more comments, likes, and shares that you get. Okay? Oh, wait. So then you have to think too, there's one other thing I wrote down. When you are posting like your mini reality show, and what do you want people to know you for? Also, what do you want people to remember you for? Okay, you have to think of that too when you're posting. I wrote that down too. So number 5, select 5 main topics, 5, 6 main topics that you will focus on. So it doesn't mean that's only things that you can post about. Obviously, you can post about more stuff, but think of the 5 main topics that you will be posting about. So like, for example, mine is faith, family, food, freedom, fitness. Again, if you guys like went on your computer and looked at my page, you can kind of see what I'm all about, like natural healing, organic, like that, a little bit of a hippie, but not really, like got all that stuff going for me. So those are the type of things I'm going to post about, and I'm going to focus on those things so I attract more of those people, right? So pick your 5 though. Your 5 does not have to be anywhere near mine. You have to pick what you're about, because you're not trying to brand me or Beachbody, you're trying to brand you. So pick the 5 things that you will focus on and write them down so they're in front of you every single time you're going on your Facebook. Because again, you're going to be posting 3 times a day. Got to make it worthwhile. Number 6, before you post, ask yourself, if I saw this on my newsfeed, would it stand out to me? Again, would it add value? Would it make me laugh? Or would it make me feel something? Because if you think about this, when you're a newsfeed, you're not going to stop unless it was like an eye-catching picture, or somebody said something funny, or some type of feeling came out of you, right? So when you're going to post, that's the type of stuff people want to see. So you have to really be, you have to really pay attention to this stuff. Like, your Facebook is free, your profile page anyway. Sometimes like pages you pay for ads. But your profile page is your free stage to talk to hundreds of people every single day. Before Facebook, think of this. If you had to build your business, like even in my local community, okay, my small little bubble town, even in my small community, if I didn't have Facebook and I had to like tell everybody what I was doing and what I was about, I would have been like out of my mind, but I would have been out of my house, away from my kids all the time trying to talk to these people. But thankfully, Facebook puts you in so many people's living rooms on a daily basis. So it like blows my mind when people do not use social media, because it's free. Majority of it is free. And you get to change so many more lives. I just feel like, you know, there's these people in the city. Like, just imagine somebody in New York City or in LA or in other cities, okay? And I'm sitting here in a small little town in the UP, but the playing field is level. It is a fair game because of social media, because I can connect with just as many people as that person can because of my computer, and because of Facebook, and because of Twitter, and because of Instagram, and because of YouTube. So it's literally stupid for somebody not to use and utilize Facebook, because it just saves you so much time and it allows you to be in front of more people and change more lives. Okay? Number 7, check your Facebook wall every day, especially when you're first starting out, like dabbling into Facebook. And honestly, I do this often because I want to make sure that I'm on track, because it's easy to get off track with this stuff. So I check my Facebook page often, and I go to my wall and I check my last like 5 to 10 posts. And I'm like, okay, if I was somebody who didn't know me, what vibe would I get from this person? Like, what vibe would I get from me? Would I get like a sales vibe? Would I get like whatever? Make sure that's legit, because otherwise you should delete some of those posts. For example, I go to my Facebook wall on Fridays, like tomorrow, and I have 50 million recognition posts from the ones that I do and from ones that my team does and tags me in. I comment on all those. I let them live because I want those people to get that recognition. And then I take them out and remove them from my timeline, because if some new friend comes to my Facebook page and they think all I do is like Beachbody shout outs, they're not going to want to follow me. So that's what I'm talking about. So like, make sure that you're going to your page often, you're checking that out, making sure that you've got a good vibe going on, because there are going to be new people that come to your page often that might not follow you or might not accept your friend request if that's all they see. And one other thing about number 7, give yourself only 15 to 20 seconds. Okay, by the way, give yourself 15 to 20 seconds for Penny to show up at your page, and she's only got 15 to 20 seconds. She's going to scroll through there, yeah, no, or yeah, yes, and add you as a friend or accept your friend request. So make sure when you're scrolling, you don't go all the way down to your good stuff. Like, you're making sure, like, front and center, 15 to 20 seconds, it's totally you, okay? Number 8, give what you want to receive. You reap what you sow. You guys heard this before, I'm sure. But if you want more comments, go to your people who you're trying to connect with and comment on their stuff. If you want more likes, go to their pages and like their stuff. If you want more shares, share more stuff. Actually, I'm going to like not say the share thing, because here's a little side note. When you share, like say I post something and you're really into it and you're like, this is money, I need to share this with my friends, family, and customers. because this is about Shakeology or something and I want everyone to see this, it's actually not beneficial for you to share something, because sharing a post does not get nearly as much traction as when you post it live as yourself. So like, let's just say I posted a picture of a water jug full of lemons and limes, and I just said, hey, does this make you thirsty? Okay, that might not be my best content, but I got like 200 likes on that. And then like an hour later or something, I posted an awesome video that is seriously every single person I wanted to see that video. I was bawling my eyes out. It was a great message. I felt like every kid on the planet it should be like mandatory for them to watch this video. And I got like a couple likes and like 2 comments because I shared it from Scotty Hobbs, and Scotty Hobbs is like one of those comments. So I don't know if I could really count that, but like not really, I didn't get a lot of traction on that because I shared it. You know what I'm saying? So like likes and comments you want to give so you get those back, but share only when you have to. Like I shared yesterday. So, I mean, it's not like you can't share. But the other thing I wanted to mention about commenting, so you're going to probably have like a tracking sheet, and you're going to have like all the people who you're talking to right now that you've added, that you've been talking to about your challenge groups, all this stuff. So what I want you to do is go off that list and go to their pages and comment on their pictures. It has nothing to do with your challenge group. Just get to know them, comment, like, the more you comment on their stuff, the more likely that your stuff that you post will end up on their newsfeed. Hope that makes sense. So the more times you comment on your customers and so-and-so's coaches, that potential coaches, your stuff will end up in their newsfeed more often. Okay, I'm almost done, I swear. Oh, number 9, give a call to action. You don't have to do this every time, but like, let's just say I posted about my challenge group and I have like this awesome before and after picture, some eye-catching picture. And then in the first paragraph, I will say, oh my God, you guys, I cannot wait. The 21-day fix came out and I'm putting together my challenge group. I have 5 spots left. If you're interested, make sure that you hit like and comment below with your email address. I'll explain more below. And then I'll give a little more details, and I'll remind them at the bottom, make sure that you comment below if you want me to comment below with your, and now, okay, you could say comment below and then message those people on Facebook, but if they're on your like page, you're going to say comment below with your email address, because if they comment below and then you can't message them because you guys aren't friends, it's going to end up in their other folder, and and they do offer like, hey, pay $1 and that will go to their inbox. But like, do you want to do that for the rest of your life? Like, I don't know. I just say, I don't want to, I'm frugal. So I'm like, okay. And I don't really get a good, trust me, if it was for my business and I was getting good results and it was to add value to other people and I could get people that information and get people healthy and fit, hell yeah. I would spend that $1. I would do that every single day. But I don't really get good feedback off that. So I just say comment below with your email address. And if they do that, then I'll send them an email with information. But if they're my friends and it's on my profile page, I will just say comment below and I can message them. But give a call to action. People like to be told what to do. People like that. They just like, I don't know. It's just, if you're scrolling through newsfeed and somebody's like, if you like this, whatever, click like. You're oh yeah, I like that. You just do it. Do you ever feel that way? I mean, anybody else experience it? I mean, like I do. So either do at the end of your post or at the beginning of your post, whatever. I just kind of like to do, sometimes I switch it up, but I'll do it at the beginning because I feel like some people on their phones, they don't like to click see more. And if it's a little bit longer and they have to click see more and then it's like way at the bottom, I don't know. So tell them call to action could be comment below, share this post. If you thought this was helpful, share it, because you want shares. You just don't want to share. So you want shares. That's why I said, I love when you guys want to share my stuff. I would love to tell you to share away, but it will not benefit you. And I'm on this call to give you guys tips to benefit you. So don't share coach's stuff. You're just promoting that other coach and it's not even ending up on anybody's newsfeed. That's just my 2 cents. So you want to give the call to action to share, like, fill out this application, opt in, whatever the call to action is, but tell people what to do so they know. Number 10, again, weird. I'm gonna say this again. I bet you guys can guess. Add value. That is exactly a responsibility. When you're in sales or you're a Beachbody coach, your responsibility, if you're going to have any success, would be to add value to other people. So give out recipes, motivation, nutrition, lessons. And what do I mean by lessons? If you've struggled through something, don't air your dirty laundry. Like I always say, be you, be real, brand you. And people are like, but Mindy, you just told me not to air my dirty laundry. And what if like this happened in my life and you want me to be just like this perfect? No, like literally the last thing I'm trying to tell you is to be perfect on Facebook, because it annoys people to see somebody so perfect. They like to see that you're a real human being. You know, don't you feel that way? Like if you see somebody that you really admire and they posted that they had like some sort of struggle, but they overcame it by doing this, that's inspiring to know that this person's a human being and then they're sharing a lesson that they learned from it. So when you do have something go on in your life, don't post about how negative it is and how mad you are and how upset you are. Instead say, listen, this is what happened in my life and this is what I learned from this mistake and this is what I learned from this situation, whatever. So give the lesson. What helped you to overcome those obstacles? So tell them what helped you. Like, this is what's going on, or I had this illness and this is what helped me. Again, I'm into like natural healing stuff. So I like to add value by putting that out there and giving information to people. So figure out what that is for you and do that. Okay, so here's some do's and don'ts. One thing I do want to say is get a professional profile headshot. And this took me forever. Every single picture that's ever taken of me like sucks. I don't know, like not photogenic whatsoever. And so I hate getting my picture taken, especially when it's like a professional photographer and there's a backdrop and it's awkward and I'm getting nervous. Like I just do not like being the center of attention. And so that's awkward for me, but I did it. So I know even if it feels uncomfortable to go get like, and it costs money, of course, that is an investment that I suggest if you are going to work your business on social media to make. Even if you find like for now, like if you're a newer coach for now, just have your friend take like a nice picture, get dressed up, put some makeup on, do your hair, get ready, and maybe use like a nicer camera and take like a headshot looking picture until you get the courage or get the money or whatever to do a professional picture. But use something professional looking on your profile picture, because again, that is the front and center thing that people are seeing. So they want to make sure that this looks like a legit page, it's professional looking, she looks sweet, or he looks sweet, whatever. And so get a professional headshot when you can. Okay, so here comes the do's and don'ts. Don't do Shakeology or Beachbody related on your profile pic or cover photo. We kind of already went through that. So don't have anything Beachbody-ish on your cover or profile pic. Do share things that you have overcome, but don't complain or vent. Instead, find a lesson and share that. Went over that. Do post progress. People love to see that. Like, for example, you guys, I shared with that. I don't have a transformation, but I still post progress pictures and like pictures of me working out. So people want to know that I'm still into it. If you've already went through your before and afters or your whatever, people might think that you've fallen off the wagon. Like, why hasn't she posted a workout picture in a while? Why isn't he posting any of his like Body Beast stuff anymore? Like, he was totally all about that. No, he's not. People want to see that you're still in it, and it inspires them. So keep sharing those things. If you've fallen off, and if you have fallen off, I just want to let you guys know, if you have fallen off, just get back on track. Okay, just get back on track. Don't worry about what other people think. Don't worry about what other people say. Be honest and just say, you know what? I've slipped up. And I'm glad that this new program came out, because I'm going to give it my all, and I'm looking for an accountability group to do it with me. So who wants to do 21 Day Fix Extreme with me? And just get back on track, okay? Because another responsibility as a coach is like, you cannot, I don't know one, and I could be wrong, but I do not know one successful Beachbody coach in the entire network that is successful and is currently successful still that is not drinking Shakeology or doing a Beachbody program. All the top coaches that I know, all my friends in the company, all that kind of stuff, my coaches, I always recommend for them to do that. They're all drinking Shakeology every day, and they're doing a workout program. So if you've fallen off, that's okay. Just get back on track, okay? Don't lose focus of why you are a coach and the 3 vital behaviors. So don't lose focus of our responsibilities and in the 3 vital behaviors, which are personal development. And this happens a lot. Like, so you newbies online, you're just learning about all this stuff or whatever, but some coaches have been a coach for over a year. Sometimes it's easy to forget that why we're doing this. And it's to be leading by example for other people, sharing with other people that we love what we're putting in our body and why we love Shakeology and our workout programs. Of course, we're still doing them in personal development and inviting. Sometimes when you've been a coach for a while, you're like, why did my business slow down? And it's because we forgot why we joined and we forgot about the 3 vital behaviors. Okay, so do post things unrelated to Beachbody that might be interesting for your target market. So again, it doesn't have to be Beachbody. It can be just something that would interest your target market. Don't make your page all Beachbody. We went through that. Do post things that add value. Again, Janelle posted something. Okay, so I was going to mention this. Last week or 2 weeks ago, Janelle Summers posted something that had something to do with fitness, but nothing to do with Beachbody. She went through and talked about sore muscles and should you work out or shouldn't you? And that was a great post. Like, it was interesting to me to know. And it was right. Like, I always get this question, should you work out with sore muscles or not? And then she went into the value of the post. And so she caught people's eyes. So people were more likely to stop on her post. Don't just post to post about nothing. Like, hey, what are you doing tonight? That's just not going to get you anywhere. I don't know. I just personally do that once in a great while. If I don't even know why I would do it, but like, I don't recommend doing this. Like, I use my 3 posts a day and I'm like, ooh, I got to save those up, have something good to say, you know? Do ask for opinions. People love giving their opinions. Like, we all know that. So feel free to say, like, for example, my daughter is potty training right now. And it's taking us forever because she actually is autistic. So it's obviously going to take a little bit longer. She's doing awesome, by the way. But of course, one of the things I posted was, okay, we're starting potty training with Lily. And could you give me some advice? What did you do? What works? Stuff like that. And I had like hundreds of comments. Parents love to give advice. I mean, I love to give advice. I'm a parent. I love to give advice. So of course, ask for opinion. That's going to get a lot of traction on your posts. Don't get too political or start a debate about negative issues. Now, this can get ugly real quick. And what it will also do is create negativity inside you. Of course, we all like to have a nice, calm, human interaction debate, and that would be lovely. But other people are just ready to fight and attack and get negative. So then you just get this negative energy around you, and then you start manifesting more of it. Like, I want you to post and to add value to others, but I also want you to attract those people who benefit you too. You know, and this is like something kind of off my notes or whatever, but something that if I could give one piece of advice to every single person on the planet, like, my one thing would be, what your thoughts, words, and beliefs are become your reality. So when you're posting these negative things and these negative issues and you're always debating and fighting with people, that's what you're attracting to your life. You will manifest more of that. And people will just start on not thinking that your page is a safe place and all this stuff. Now, with that said, I do this sometimes, okay? But that is part of my brand. So I'm not saying this is like information for everyone, but majority of the people, you might just want to stay away from that kind of stuff, but it's completely up to you. I want you to be yourself. I know some people would say not to talk about religion, but I do. So I just post this because that's like, if you were going to go to like social media training, they would tell you not to do political rants and debates and stuff like that. So that's why I'm sharing that with you. Do share things that you love. So if you find like the best blender on the planet, share that. If you find like your best place to buy bathing suits, share that. If you found like an awesome book, share that. So share things that you have found and you love. Okay, so we are getting close to the end. I have a few other notes on expanding your network. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and some stuff on challenges. Now, do you guys want me to keep going, or should I have the notes all written out. Would you rather me just share the notes later, or do you want me I don't want to keep going over. I don't know if you guys are muted, but.
You're good. We have plenty of time, so.
Okay, I'll go really quick. It's not like tons of information or anything, but I didn't want to keep you guys on. But okay, thank you for that. Okay, so for expanding your network, number 1. So this is like, okay, now you know like how to run your page, but now you want to start finding people to see your page, right? So that would be number 1, go to your news feed and find somebody in your target market that you haven't talked to recently and start talking to them, commenting on their stuff, okay? So go to newsfeed. I'm not saying don't talk to coaches, but don't talk to coaches. I see so many coaches wasting their time talking to other coaches, and I love that. Please do that. Fine. Do it in a private message, but when you're in your business hours, you need to be focused. You need to be talking to the people who need your help. So, and of course, if you're talking to your team, that's completely different. I'm talking about when you're trying to look for prospects and people to serve and people to get on your team, you want to be talking to people in your target market who you haven't talked to recently. Number 2, comment on 2 to 3 people's posts in their recent posts, and leave comments that you would want to receive. So think of nice things like, if you had this comment, how would that make you feel? Build people up, leave a good comment. This builds up your Facebook affinity and makes it more likely that this friend will see more of your future posts. Okay, so we already went over that. So 2 to 3 people a day is your goal. To go to their pages, comment on their recent stuff, a nice comment, because more of your stuff will end up on their site. Number 3, all of your friends have an entire network of friends. Okay, so, and it's completely separate from you. So if you're on a friend's post and you see on that post another friend posting like of their friend, so if I go to somebody's page, let's just say Jessica's page, and I see Mark commenting on there, and then I'm like, we have certain things in common, so I'll be like, hey, you know what, well, let's switch this around. So like Mark's, and then I see Jessica, and then I message to Jessica, and I'm like, hey girl, how's it going? Don't think I'm a weirdo or anything, but I just saw you on Global Buzz page, on Mark's page, and then I thought, you know, we have kids that are the same age. We had some things in common, so I thought I would add you as a friend. Okay. This is kind of what the quote I actually took from a message that I actually sent. Okay. I hope you don't think I'm a weirdo for friend requesting you. I saw that we are both friends with Sarah, and I saw we have kids the same age. And that person might accept your friend request and might write you back and might not. Who cares? That's okay. What I do is I track those names, and then after 7 days, if Jessica did not add me as a friend, then I would go and remove that friend request. Okay? Because if you have too much friend requests out there, Facebook will block you from adding friends because they'll think you're like a spammer or something. So if this person did not add me, then I would go back and delete that request. Number 4, if you see that they expect, if they see that you accept your friend request, go to their timeline and start engaging on 1 to 2 of their posts. And if they don't, again, don't worry about it, okay? So that's how you can start expanding your network today. The other way I would expand my network, just real quick, is I write down things that I'm interested in. Like, for example, Walt Disney World. Actually, just between us, don't tell anyone else because I didn't tell even my kids yet. but tomorrow we have to wake up at 5:30 because we're going to Disney World tomorrow. That is what Beachbody can do for you guys. I'm so excited. I can't wait to tell Lane. But okay, so we're going to Disney tomorrow. But I'm a part of like all of these like pages and groups of Disney World. And so I go to those places and I interact with people and I start like mingling, and then I add them as a friend, and some of them accept and some of them don't. It's like, so what? So I get some friends from that too. So just think of things that you're interested in, or Jillian Michaels, Fitness Magazine, those type of things. Go to groups and like pages, mingle with people, and add them as a friend, okay? Now, real quick, oh my God, I swear I have so much information for you guys. Okay, last thing, I'm going through really quick, I swear, and I have all these notes that I'm gonna provide for you. Even though I told you to take notes, I already took the notes for you. I totally tricked you. Okay, so number one on challenge groups. Start off hosting, and this is exactly what I tell my new coaches to do, and this is exactly what I do, and it is money. So please, if you have had struggles with challenge groups, please start listening up. Number one, start off by hosting a free 7-day eating group, okay? Or a free 7-day clean eating group, or you could do a 7-day Shakeology challenge. Actually, my group is a 5-day clean eating group. So on the second week of the month, I do a 5-day clean eating group, and then I take those people in my last post of that 5 days. I say, anybody who wants to go and continue with this and go into my next group, it's gonna be more intense because we're gonna add fitness, and it's gonna be 21 days instead of 5. But if you're interested, comment below and I will message you. And so they comment and I message them about my challenge group. Isn't that natural? So this is a way that even if that person says no, I don't even care. 5 days, helping somebody, giving somebody a free meal plan and cleaning up their diet, that is a win for me. I don't care if I had 78 people in there and every 78 one of them said no to my paid group. I know that I added value to 78 people's lives. And that's what it's about. All that stuff will come back to you. Don't worry about the sale. Don't focus on the sale. Focus on the human being. And that's when the God and the universe will give that back. You will manifest that back to your life. So don't get hung up on getting the sale. Number two, engage with them, do incentives, give people shout outs. So of course you guys know that when you're in your 5-day group or a 7-day Shakeology challenge or a 21-day fix challenge, whatever, engage with them, do incentives, give people shout outs, give them recognition, let them know that they're doing great. 3, and then when they are done, when they comment below, you're going to private message each person, inviting them to your next group. And this is number 3's main purpose. Do not send info unless the person says, yes, I'm interested. Okay? That's one thing that is like my pet peeve when coaches send information about coaching or challenge groups without even asking the person if they want it. That drives people crazy. That makes people think that you're trying to sell them. I know none of you guys are doing that at all, but I just have to say that because that happened to my dad, because a random coach found my dad on Facebook, and they found him through my Facebook. So they were like looking through my friends list and just messaging people from my friends list. And they said, hey Dave, I see you like fitness. Do you want to join my team? Here's what coaching's all about. So I don't know. I just always feel the need to tell people that story because it just is not a good look. Okay. Number 4, explain your challenge. I already went over that. And that's it. And then number 5, interactive challenge. So this is the last part. Interactive challenge meaning do more pictures in your challenge groups. Do more, you have to come ask questions in your challenge group. Do videos in your challenge groups. Don't just do post your workout, post your workout, post your workout. Because I feel like when I did that, nobody was commenting. But now that I'm more interactive and I'm in there and I'm posting pictures and I'm recording videos for them, they get to know me. They feel more obligated to be like in the group. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so, oh my God. Thank you guys so much for bearing with me for all of this information. Like I said, I have this all written down. If you guys want me to send it to you, I'd be more than happy to send it your way. But for real, I am just so blessed that you guys even thought of me to speak on this topic. I feel like I was really excited to do this. It's my favorite thing to talk about. So yeah, thank you guys for listening, and thanks for having me.
Wow, that was amazing, Mindy. I really appreciate it again. You know, my notebook, I have like 4 pages of notes here, so hopefully you guys were taking good notes. Even though she's providing them for us, I still have all my little chicken scratch. And really, from all that information, the piece that I loved was your off the script. Your when you said your thoughts, your words, your beliefs become your reality. It's so true with everything. It's one of the big things we've been talking about as well on our team is, you know, creating your vision board and having those things right in front of you, whether it's your perfect ideal customer right in front of you or what you really want for your life, you know, positivity, accomplishments, things for your family. So true. But again, I just want to thank you so much for taking time out of your busy night. I'm sure you probably have to go pack and do all the craziness that you're going to do now before a trip to Disney. Yeah. Fun. That is awesome. You guys are going to Disney World?
Yeah, we only do Disney World, but
okay. Cool.
We don't really do Disneyland. But yeah, so I really appreciate it. And honestly, everything that I talked about, like you just said, Mark, is like it won't work unless you're following that other stuff. The mindset, the beliefs, the giving to get, like if you're out there with the intentions and the thought process of wanting to sell, it's just like none of the social media stuff will work for you. But if you have all that mindset and personal development stuff in place, like your thoughts, your words, your beliefs and everything will become your reality, then this stuff works. I wanted to mention that because I really feel like that's the only reason why social media works for me.
Absolutely. I think so many people run into trouble when they focus so much on just the nuts and bolts of the how-to, like what do I need to say? What exact wording do I need? When those things are important, the little fine details, but the bigger overall grand theme of why do I actually want this, right? Like what do I want for my life? What's motivating me to get that? That's what's going to push you to figure out all these little details and how-tos. And then we have a cheat sheet like you basically just gave us to shortcut all of our learning. So we really appreciate your time, Mindy. Enjoy your time with your family. That's going to be, you should do a little video in the morning when you surprise your kids that they're going to Disney. That'd be cool to see their reaction. They might be sleeping, but.
Yeah. Thank you guys again for having me. And I will send you guys these notes. I will take a video of my kids. And the last thing I just wanted to say is read The Go-Giver by Bob Berg. It is an excellent book.
Awesome. Great recommendation.
Thanks
again. Thank
Mindy. Thank you.
Great night.
Have a good night, guys.
Recording posted as soon as we can. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.